There you go. Um, Couple thoughts as well before we get out of here on the 49ers. Um, we're still in that time where we don't have a lot of Niner news coming out of the season, but Trent Williams let it be known that he's coming back for another year. So that answers the biggest question on the 49ers offensive line. Would Trent come back? And if he does, you know, um, you know, I mean, is he going to hint that he will? Would he tell us early on? Would he wait till the draft? But he told him early on, or told the Niners early on that he's coming back for another year. So that's a huge question. That's probably one of the biggest roster questions right there. You had to have Trent Williams back. Whatever you need to bolster your offensive line, but you also need to make sure that you're that your big boy's there. And that's, if Trent Williams isn't there, then suddenly that would go to the number one need on the football team. So the fact that Trent's coming back is absolutely a good sign. We still don't know who's going to be the 49ers defensive coordinator. Steve Wilks is a name that's been thrown out there. He is the ex Panthers interim head coach. And, I mean, the 49ers are the number one defense and they lose their coordinator. And there was talk maybe they would offer Kocurek an opportunity to be the coordinator. They've also talked about, they mentioned Vic Fangio. Then Vic Fangio went to Miami. There was talk about, I think, Chris Harris, the Washington Commanders secondary coach, who's taken a job with the Titans, but obviously he's a hot name and one of the up and coming young coaches in the league. But we still don't have an answer on that. And to me, that's a big one because is the defensive coordinator is Kocurek staying around? Are they staying with their same defense? Kyle Shanahan kind of intimated that the 49ers were going to stay with the same defensive scheme as they've had in the past. And why not? Why wouldn't you? You had the number one defense in pro football. So we still don't know at this point. Is Kocurek moving on? Is Kocurek is he going with D'Amico to Houston? He played at Texas Tech. He's from Texas. I think that to me is very, very interesting. I'll say this, just from talking to the players, they love Chris Kocurek. And if he's not there, I think that's a major loss for the Niners. Absolutely, it would be very difficult to go forward, I think, and change up your defensive line. If they go away from the wide nine, they may have to change up some of the personnel, and that could be a multiple year process to do that. So that's the first thing they have to get settled on the defensive side of the ball.